I never thought this was how it would end. The roar of the engine still echoed in my ears as the world slowly came into focus, or rather, what was left of it. 1 minute, I was gripping the steering wheel, heart pounding in my chest as the streetlights blurred by, racing against time, ego, and a guy I barely knew. And the next, everything was still. My name is, or at least it was, Marcus Haynes, and this is how I died. My hands were still clutching the wheel, but the car wasn't moving. It wasn't even on the road. The nose of my car hung over the edge of the unfinished bridge, the tires resting on the jagged concrete edge. My breath caught in my throat as I tried to remember how I'd gotten here. The last thing I remembered was the street racing, pushing the speedometer past its limit, a quick glance at the guy next to me, and then seeing the end of the road too late. There was no warning, no sign telling me the bridge wasn't finished. I just flew off. I should have felt the fear, the panic of what came next, but instead, there was just silence. The weight of the car felt non-existent now, like I was hovering in place, suspended in some strange limbo. It was then I saw him. At first, I thought it was just some bystander. A tall figure stood near the edge of the bridge, cloaked in black. He didn't belong here. No one did. But something about him was off. He didn't move. He just watched me. His face hidden beneath the hood, his silhouette barely outlined in the dim light.
Not how you pictured it.
He finally said, his voice low, gravelly, but somehow calm. I blinked, confused, my mind still trying to piece together the fragments of the crash. What happened? The figure stepped closer, the sound of his footsteps echoing in the stillness. He showed me I had ran out of road, fast and reckless, without a care in the world. I had done it all with a huge smile on my face.
The parties, the thrill seekers, the abusers, it all ends the same way.
I tried to move, but my body was frozen, still gripping the wheel. "Who are you?" I asked, even though I already knew the answer. Deep down, I knew.
Today, I'm the finish line. I am the end of the road.
My eyes open wider. "No, it can't be," he says.
You understand now? Yeah.
I'd heard stories, jokes even, about meeting death. But standing here, face to shadowy face with him, none of it seemed funny. I wasn't ready, not now, not like this. "No," I said, shaking my head, though I wasn't sure if I was trying to convince him or myself. "It can't end like this. I'm not supposed to."
You were never supposed to.
His voice cut through my protests, calm but final.
Ready or not, our choices lead us here.
The weight of his words settled over me like a blanket, suffocating and cold. I looked back at my car, the twisted metal, the shattered windshield. There was no getting out of this. I wasn't driving anymore. I was just here. I glanced at him, desperation clawing at my chest. "Can't you do something? Give me another chance. I'll make it right. I won't race again, I swear." His hood shifted slightly, as though he was considering my plea.
And it's funny. You're not the first to beg. You think you're different from all the others. You'll be the one who gets a second chance.
I could be. The words came out more desperate than I wanted, my voice breaking. "Please." The Reaper sighed, and for a moment I thought he might say yes. But instead, He shook his head.
No one ever expects it to get like this. This is how it is.
I felt my heart sink. There was no escaping this. My time was up, and I hadn't even seen it coming. As he took a step forward, the world around me began to shift. The bridge, the car, everything fading into a cold, foggy haze. I wanted to scream, to fight, but my body refused to respond. This was it. The race was over. The Reaper reached out a skeletal hand, and with one final breath, I let go of the wheel. The world went dark, and the road finally ended.